got to tell y'all about this thing called life. You know I got to share it. See, there's this thing called life. I got to tell y'all.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Hope you guys could all hear me well. I just wanted to make this video. As you saw the last video I made, I was kind of talking about, you know, things regarding everything that was happening, right, where I live. There was ice raids going on that happened for a couple days. And then, they had that big No Kings protest. And I don't know, somebody called me to go there, and it was good to go and be there. Like there were certain energies that, yeah, but still, when I was there, I saw zero violence. It's a good reminder of what they try to push, right? Like they always try to push, like that. If they record something negative happening, they'll replay the image and all that. So it was a good reminder of just how strong that is, right? The propaganda, the pinning us each against each other and all that, because when I was there, obviously all walks of life, beliefs, religions, um, all that stuff, right? Everybody, there was just so many people there. It almost seemed like a big old celebration, really, right? The police were just over to the sides, but yeah, it's just overwhelming how much people want positivity, and that if we get connected to just what they show us, if you live and you don't go outside, because I'm reminded of that. Like I feel like, you know, I'm constantly reminded, and I've said this many times, right? The most spiritual thing you could do is um is be human, right? In this experience, I feel like the first half of my life, I dedicated to the spiritual walk, right? To really, I think I reached points where, obviously for those of you that know, I am a seer, and however, in whatever terms you want to put it, right? The all the clear abilities, right? What they call psychic or medium or this or that, or being able to see things. Um, I've been able to see so much, right? And after all that is said and done, it's like I get reminded that the most spiritual thing here on this planet is um to be human, right? To go through this human experience, right? With all those emotions and everything, right? Like obviously we're supposed to be exposed to the negativity, but it's more like to have a learning from it, right? If you don't learn from that stuff, then there's really no point. Um, why in your progress, right? Like as you progress, you should know. Or when you experience these bad things, it's like being in a bad relationship. You should already know what something negative feels like. That way, when you see something positive, you can appreciate it more, or you understand the difference, right? How can you decipher between the two if you haven't experienced both, right? So to know even that, to see that what they feed us with all that negativity to keep us in low vibrations or scared, and that's how, right? Like someone will come like what's funny, like I worked before, right, for a company that, installing security systems, right? And they literally had, like, the owner of the company, there's a cat right here, so that's good energy, right? He's right under me. Um, so what do you call it? There's that. Oh yeah, anyways, the owner of the security company, what do you call it? He would have an app, or he would get notified wherever there was a break-in. And when there was a break-in in that community, that's where, I'd go help them, and we'd put flyers all through the neighborhood, because that's how you capitalize on it, right? Like, oh, there was a break-in, so now hey, leave flyers everywhere. Hey, there was a break-in, so if you don't want your house to get broken into, you need this security system, right? I mean, there's nothing bad with that, but in a way, right, you can see where I'm going with that, is that a lot of times they capitalize on that, right? Like the media, because they know. I don't know, right? Like you're gonna stay tuned to find out what else is happening and blah 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 somehow, some way. I know it's deeper than that, but I'm just saying, even if you look at it just from surface level, to them it's ratings. Like maybe back in the days it was just ratings, and then the powers that be took over it, or it's always been like that, or however, right? Like they know that right, to feed it to us on social media, to feed it to us through algorithms or on the news everywhere, like where we can't escape it, right? They could sell us products, all this and that. So just to say, right, I've experienced that already. I don't know what I'm hearing. It almost sounded like drums, but I don't know what that is. That was interesting. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, right? Obviously, I was happy to be able to be a part of that. Um, I posted a few videos of being at the protest, right, and seeing these things, and it was beautiful to see so many people come together. I guess just always remember that it's not all the stuff that they show you. Like people really want to be positive. People want to be left alone, really, to do what they do, and just not be attacked and not be hunted down like animals, not be so it's good that people will stand together. And you can see that there is a majority of people that want positive things. It's just there's so many things against us, right? We got to be aware during these times of the tactics that they use, right? Whether the media or this or that, um, trying to keep us in lower vibrations. But again, I remind you, like it's part of that. You could stay at home locked up, or it's nice to at least get out once in a while, right? Before, like I kind of said, I was done with going to protest because I had been, see, in my case, I had been to protests that a lot of times there ended up being some kind of violence, right? The police attacking, or like, you know, as much as they could get away with without making it really like to that level, right? Like even though it was, they just did it in a sneaky way, right? Where people were getting attacked. Where like, instead of even just your normal pepper spray, they were using like bear spray, and people's faces will get swollen just from the spray. So they did a lot of nasty things at a lot of these protests I went to before. So I had kind of told myself, yeah, I don't really want to go to a lot of protests or this and that anymore. But I was glad something urged me to go get out there and just see for myself and be around the people and uh and all that stuff, right? So it was good. It was good. I'm just happy, you know. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. Don't give in to the fear, all this stuff, right? Don't give in to the lower vibrations. Um Trying to think of anything else to say right now, but I think that's it, right? I know I've had a lot of visions lately, and I'll come back later with all that stuff, but yeah, we have the ability to change, to make sure we create the reality we want, right? I know the other day it was funny, right? As I was saying something, right, I noticed just how powerful it's so fast, right? Like as soon as if we have a negative thought, it's almost like I was literally picturing these branches. And as soon as like I started thinking about something negative, it was almost like I could see it like a different branch being created, right? And going in a whole nother direction. And I was like, oh wow, like they showed me that picture, that mental picture of how fast, like lightning fast, like boom, another reality begins to be created. So it's important to practice staying in those positive mindsets and not giving into that. Like I said, obviously we're meant to experience all these things in this reality, in this life. That's obviously why we come here. But or one of the reasons we come here. But yeah, so on that note, hopefully you guys are all well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, all that good stuff. All right, see you all soon. Peace.
Life may move fast, or it may move slow. I met a silly man who said he make it slow. We look up out towards space, or even at the sky. One day pass away, but never look inside. Breathe in, breathe out. Life is a maze, but we'll figure this out. I mean, human beings, I ain't got no doubt. Yeah, that's right. feeling it. And I wanna feel this way forever.